In this, we are going to learn today like how to create a new report. Okay, then how to import the data from the target application. Like we are going to connect to the application. So from that application, what is the data we have loaded through FDM? So we are going to import that data into this report. So how many objects we have made? We have the objects like grid, chart, image, text, like that, so and so. Right. So using these objects, we are going to display that organization data using this financial reporting studio. So how to import that data from the target application? Sorry. How to display the dimensions in the grid, like grid point of view, how many views we have?
We have two, the grid point of view and the user point of view.
Yeah, right. So then grid, image, text, so and so. Like next thing, okay. Did you understand that? The fifth sentence.
How we can hide the zero missing error data from the target application.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the data that we are putting on the report. So if there's a zero, how we can hide it to show on the report.
Exactly. Yes. Okay, these things we are going to learn in this session. Okay. So see here, log on to the server. Okay. So how to access the financial reporting studio? Just go to Start, Programs, or PLPM. So workspace here. So we can
Hello?
see that.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Okay, I thought something had happened to our sound. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No problem. See here. So workspace explorer option we can access through this navigation bar. If you would like to access the financial reporting studio, just go to Oracle Financial Reporting Studio and say Financial Reporting Studio. Okay. When we click on that, we will be getting login page. See here. See, this is the login page. user credentials here. See, to access the repository, just click on that repository icon over there. So we can see all the repository items in that server. Okay. So
Okay.
now I'm going to show you how to create a new report. So just go to Start, Programs, or the ATM workspace URL. So in this workspace URL, so if you click on that explore option, we can see that this repository same as like financial reporting studio. See here, explore option over there, right? So click on that.
Right.
See the same
Explore.
repository we can see.
Mm-hmm.
What we can see here. Okay. Root. So this is a root repository. All the reports what we are creating will be stored in this repository. Okay. So how to access that? So FR repository in workspace. So this is the way. Okay. So now I am going to create a new report. So to create a new report, just go to File, say New, and click on Report. Okay. So here you can see the guidelines. Okay. To hide these guidelines, just go to View and say uncheck these guidelines. You can see like this. Okay. So guidelines represent the where we can represent our report objects, where we can insert our reporting objects. Okay. What are the objects we have? Just go to Insert option over there. Grid, text, image, chart. Okay. So these are the objects we have, right? So now I am going to insert text to give the title of that particular report. Okay. So before going into that, naming that report, so we have to increase this, what we can say, header, and we have at the bottom like footer. Okay. So we are going to insert the title in the header. Caroline? Caroline?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the sound we were losing it and it's coming back on. I don't know what's happening.
I think network issue there. So from your side, network is fine?
From my side, the network is fine. Like right now, it's okay. But then, like just a while ago, it was just going shh, and I couldn't hear you.
Okay, no problem. So I think I have the network issue from my side. So no problem. I'm recording the session. Okay, don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah. So now I'm going to insert the text. Before inserting that, so we have to increase this, header size, right? To increase that header height, so we have here the right side. Give here like 1.0, right? If you like to increase that footer also, you can do that. Okay, so go to Insert, click on Text. Yes. So now I'm naming this report as profit and loss. Okay, I'm going to represent profit and loss report. So how to increase this format? So Control A, click on that, copy all the characters and go to Format. Click on Font. Okay, you can you can give regular font style or bold or italic or bold italic. Okay, so I'm using now bold and the size would be like 18. So I'm giving as 18 the size and say okay now, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the report. So I'm going to create profit and loss report. Okay. Place this in the middle. Yeah. Now it's fine. Right? So this is the way to insert the text object. So what is the purpose of text object?
Just to put in the headings
Yeah, to name that particular.
or the titles.
Yeah, right. So now I'm going to insert that image. So just click on insert and go for image. So if you select any object, you have to click on these guidelines to insert that particular object. Do you have any picture? Okay. I'll copy. Don't have any picture. So tomorrow I'll just insert one picture. I'll show you. Okay, how to insert that. Okay.
Okay.
So for the time being, I'm just going to insert the grid to display our organization data. So click on that grid and click on this guidelines area. Okay. So see here, what you can see here. So before going to
Yes.
insert in that grid, so what are the things we need to create? Like database connection. So what are how many databases we have here? So only one database name, that is reports. Okay. So I'm going to create a new database connection to store that particular report. Okay. So click on new database connection. So here say the name as simple, and the type of application is. So what is the type?
It's financial management.
Right. And what's the server?
02.
Right. And the user ID? Main.
Admin.
So how many applications we have created in HFM? We can see by clicking on this icon. Okay. So I'm
Yes.
going to import the data for MobiC. Okay. Say OK now.
Okay.
And go for OK. So now the database is creating. Okay. See, simple. Database simple has created now. Okay. So using this database, you are going to import the data of MobiC application. Okay. Say OK now. You can see the data of that particular application. See here what it shows. The name of the grid is
Yes.
MobiC. You can rename here under grid, and the database connection is simple. So how many dimensions we have here? 12 dimensions, right? 10.
That's correct.
Okay. So now drop down. See here, custom dimensions. Okay. So here you can see pages, columns, and rows. So in that spreadsheet,
Right.
we have only 2 dimensionality, right? Rows and columns. But in this HFR, you can analyze the data using that page dimension also. Okay. If you like to analyze in detail, you can place any dimension under pages. So to to place any dimension under rows, just click on that particular icon. Like I'm going to place period dimension under column. Just click on that icon and drag to columns. Okay.
So for that, like, is there I don't know how I can ask this question, like for the dimensions, like the ones, do we just randomly put in columns or rows, or is there a format we can say this kind of dimensions we put in rows?
Actually, no. If you would like to understand easily, so we are going to place account dimension under rows and period dimension under column. So I mean, if you would like to analyze easily the data of that particular application or else of that particular organization, we are probably using account dimension under row and period dimension under column. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So because if you would like to know that particular transaction, like sales in 2011, so you can easily analyze the data, right? So apart from what is the product, who is the customer, so what is like the entity. Apart from this, these are the things is very important to analyze the data easily, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So compared to that, placing other dimensions under row and column. So if we place account and period under rows and columns, it would be very easy for analyzing the data. Okay. So now just say okay. For the time being, I am using only the 2 dimension only. Okay. See here, none is for account dimension. Here is for period dimension.
For the period,
So
yes.
this is the grid, right? So I am increasing this grid. See here. So how to insert the grid point of view? So you can see here the user point of view, right?
Right.
If we select any dimension in user point of view, so we can't select, we can't see that particular dimension in grid point of view. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how to see that grid point of view in that particular grid. So this is the data area. We used to say like this is the data area. So right click on that particular data area and click on grid point of view. Okay. See here,
Okay.
we can see the grid point of view. Right. So what it is showing like scenario, user point of view for scenario. It means, so we have already selected that particular scenario dimension member in user point of view, isn't it? See here, scenario is actual. So we have already selected. Okay. So if you like to select in grid point of view, just click on that and say actual. So now that actually will go in that user point of view. Say okay now. See, you can't see that scenario dimension here.
Okay.
So you can see in grid point of view. Similarly, so for all the dimensions. Okay. So before going to select this point of view, we have to know for which point of view we have the data in financial management. So now I'm going to show you whether we have the data for that particular point of view in HFM application or not, right? So to access that data, so I'm using Windows client. Open the application. See, so we have the data for net profit, net income, gross margin, sales, purchases, 2000 actual, Jan, periodic, Sunnyvale. See, we have the data for gold balls, customer 2, none. Okay. So I'm using this point of view to import this data. Okay. So
Right.
tell me that point of view to select here.
Yeah, 2000.
Here, 2000, view, periodic, entity, Sunnyvale,
Sunnyvale.
and value, entity currency, ICP,
None.
ICP none, products, gold balls, customers, customer 2, custom 3, none, custom
None.
4, none. Okay, so we have selected that point of view what we have done financial management application. Okay, so if we import that, if we select this point of view, we can see this data in financial reporting studio. Okay, see, so now just say okay now. So I am going to insert that account dimension members. Okay,
The members, okay.
yeah, to to insert those account dimension members, just click on this cell, particular cell. So click on that, so we can see the account dimension members over here, right?
Right.
So what are the members we have here?
Yeah. Net profit,
Net
income,
okay,
gross margin, sales.
Yeah, net profit, net income, sales, purchases. Is there any another member we have? Gross margin.
Gross margin, yes.
Yeah. See here, gross margin is under purchases, but I want to see this gross margin under net income.
Net income.
So select this gross margin and click on this icon to place under net income. Okay.
Okay.
And see here, what is the purpose of this place selections into separate rows? Can you guess?
Place selections into separate rows. It's just for our analysis for the viewing.
Yeah, means, so if we uncheck this place selections into separate rows, we can see all these members in a single cell. But if we select this, we can see in separate rows. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Can I show? Say okay now. We can see all the data in a single cell.
Oh,
Net
okay.
profit, net income. But I want to see in the separate rows. To do that, click on this icon. I check this place selections into separate rows and say okay. See?
Okay.
Okay. And see what is the period. I would like to see the data of like what are the periods? Jan, Feb, March.
February, March.
Right. So it will be, yeah. Jan, Feb, March. So place selections into separate columns and say okay.
Right.
Now we can see the data. I mean, so if you like to see this data of these particular members for that particular period, so we have to take print. Okay, if you would like to see that data, we have to print preview that. Okay, so before moving to that, see the data, just click on this data area and click on this suppression. Suppression is nothing but, so if you have any zero or missing or error in that particular data,
Well, that's when we can suppress for it not to show.
exactly. Did you understand?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Now see, I'm going to print preview this particular report. So we have two ways to view that print preview. So one is web preview and the second one is print preview. So click on that print preview option over there.
Somebody waiting or you that straight
See,
One is waiting.
we can see the data of what we can see here in this finance management.
Right.
Okay, the same data, isn't it?
That's correct.
Yeah. So if you like to do any modifications in this data, we can do that. So from that, like in the financial management. Okay. See here. I would like to increase the size of this particular cell. Okay. Go to print preview. See, you can see clearly the data, right?
Yes.
So this is the way to do the print of that particular report. Okay. So if you like to do any modifications in this text, see here. I want to change the background. So how we can change the background of the text or title? See here. Go for print
Okay.
preview now. See. Okay. Yeah. Now it's fine, right? So zoom in,
Right.
zoom in or zoom out. Okay. Go for close. If you like to view the print, just click on that print. That's it. Okay, this is the data for what? For actual 2000 Sunnyvale. Okay. So this is the way. So now I want to see the data for user point of view. I am going to select the data for user point of view. So click on this grid. I'm going to select here actual year 2000 view periodic entity would be
Sunnyview.
yeah. So what I'm doing now,
Yes, dollar. You're selecting the user point of view.
yeah, see and the products. We have to select both parts. Customers, customer 2. Yeah, everything is fine. Now say OK. And so we have to select the suppression option over there. So we have selected. Now say and preview. See? Is there any difference between user point of view and grid point of view?
I'm thinking what do you call it, the grid point of view is actually like more like the columns are straighter, like on the period. The grid point of view, it's just the layout is slightly different.
Oh, okay, that won't be effective. Okay, so we have to see only the data, so whether we get the data or not. That's it. Okay. See here, we can change that, right? Okay.
Oh, okay. So it's not okay.
Okay. So go for print preview now.
So there's really no difference.
Okay. So now what I'm doing is I'm selecting grid point of view for scenario and year. See what will happen. Go for print preview now. See? Is there any change?
No.
Okay. So this is the way. So we can select, we can use those both point of views. Okay. Now in the right side of this particular grid, we have so many options. We can use these options as a feature for this particular report. Okay. So now I'm going to show you the position of that particular report. So if you like to place the horizontal position as left and the vertical position as middle or bottom, sorry.
Oh, this is Sunny. Very good. And what this is?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you like to change that position
Sorry,
to middle center, we can say that. So go for print preview. See. Okay. So this is the way. So everything is fine right now. So now what are the things we can do? I'll show you now.
Ready for you, right? Currently we are offering Java.
Go for general.
Coming week we apply.
And I would like to see the data for description as well as the member name. Go for print preview now. We don't have any description for this particular member, so that's why you're not able to see any data. Okay.
Okay.
Java is good. Java is good. Java is
Yeah. Now what I can do is, so I'm going to insert the net profit row. It means I'm going to duplicate this net profit row. Okay.
Okay.
I click on that, insert. Or else what we can do is just click on this particular cell.
right.
Or else we can select net income. Right. So what I'm duplicating now,
We are offering like
Net income.
right? So we can see 2 rows of net income data. So to do that, just select the data area, say suppression, go for this preview. See, you
Right.
can see 2 rows of net income data. So if you would like to suppress this duplication, what we can do is just click on this net income, okay, and go for hide always. Okay, so if you select this hide always, it hide in every report. Okay.
Okay.
So how many ways we can hide that particular row I'll show you now. Okay, this is the way. This is the one way to hide that particular row, or else. So uncheck this hide always and go for this point of view here, data area. This is the data area. Click on suppress repeats. What we have here option? Click on suppress repeats. Okay.
Okay.
And go for
So if we have any like for example, maybe we want to, it's a different kind of report, we want to show maybe the percentage or the variance, any like another row with some kind of calculation, do we do it here or we have to do it in HFM?
I mean, here we have the functions options, right? So yesterday we have discussed, like we had a discussion about how to use the functions like addition, subtraction, like that. So we can do that itself in HFR. Okay, I'll show you in the later sessions. Yeah. So I'm selecting suppress repeats now. What will happen? See, so go for print preview. So it's not showing the member name, but it's showing the data. Okay.
Okay.
Monday to Friday classes will be.
So is it? I mean, is it fine for us to duplicate to suppress the data? Is it working?
It depends on what we want to show.
Exactly.
So we can duplicate the data.
Yeah. If you'd like to see only the data, we can do that. But it won't work for us in the real-time scenarios to see, to hide that only that particular member name, and we are saying that data, but that particular member name. So only we can do is using the suppress reports repeats means, so we can see only the data of that particular hiding member. Okay. So that won't work in the real-time scenario. What we can do is, so we have to hide the entire row or entire column. So what we have, like it depends on the requirement. Okay, if you like to hide that particular row or column, we can use only the hide always option. Okay, or else we have some what we can say. So we have some conditions to hide that particular row or column using these advanced options. Okay.
Okay.
So click on the data area and uncheck the suppress repeats and go for net income. Click on advanced options here. Click setup. So I am going to use the condition now to hide that particular net income. Suppress row if. How many options were here, right? So value in cell. So using value in cell, we can hide that particular row. Data values in row, data values in column, data values in current row, member name, description, account type, line identity. See here. So these many options we have to hide that particular row. So now for the time being, I'm going to use the member name as an option to hide that particular row. Okay. So what is the dimension for the net income? The net income is under which dimension?
Account.
Say account and equals to. So we have to see the data for that particular net income, 10,000, right? Equals to 10,000. Okay. And say okay now. And go for print review. Is fine, right? Account. In the account dimension, say okay. Go for print. We are able to see duplication.
But it's saying member name. We didn't select anything in the member name.
Yeah, just a second. Net income would be revenue. Yeah. Okay. Did you understand now?
Yes.
So uncheck this suppress repeats. We'll see. Okay. So if you like to hide any row or column, we can use hide always option, or what we can see here, or else suppress repeats, or else advanced options. Okay. So we can hide any row or column using 3 ways. Okay. But
Right.
using suppress repeats, we can hide only that member name. We can't hide that data. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the way how to hide that particular row and column. Now I'm going to insert a row or column to see or to use multiple features here. So if you like to insert any row or column, we have to use the last row or last column.
Okay.
See here. Okay. So we have to click on this row to insert data row, formula row, or text row. Okay. So
Okay.
what is data row? So we can see the account dimension we can see that particular dimension members using this data row. And if you like to use any formulas, we can go ahead with this formula row. If you like to, insert any text to get the data, to retrieve the data, so we can use this text row. So for the timing, I'm using data row. Now see here. And purchases has duplicated, so I would like to insert total cost. Yeah, right. So this is the way to insert data row. So before going to give that print option, we have to check whether the suppression has, we have selected the suppression like basic options like if zero suppress, if missing suppress, or if error suppress. Okay, then we have to click on the print review. Okay, see here. So this is the way to insert a data row.
Right.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. So how we
Quite
can?
straightforward.
Yeah. So I'm going to delete this row. So select that particular row and click on delete. Now I'm going to insert column. Right click on that. Insert. So formula. Okay. D is the column what we have selected as a formula. So now see here, I'm going to name this column. So we have the column name as D, right?
Right.
Click the entire column and we can see the functions like sum, average,
Okay.
count, difference, like that. But I would like to select summation option for our formula to see the total
The
amount
total.
for Jan, Feb, March. Okay.
Right.
See here. So we have like syntax. If we go with that help option over there. Okay. So we have the help icon here. So we can see the syntax for that particular formula. Right?
Okay.
What is the formula here? We are using summation formula.
Summation.
Right? So see here by clicking on this icon. Right. See here. So
Okay.
I'm going to I'm using now the column formula, right? To insert the column formula, so this is the option. So we have to use this syntax. Sum of column. What is the column? Or how many columns we have? A, B,
One is
right?
D.
So instead of E, we have to use E, A, B, C. Okay.
Mm.
Just go to formula bar over there, right? Instead of E, what we have to give? A, B, C. So what we can get the data in the print preview option. So to check whether the syntax is correct or not, so we have to click on this check mark. So if we check this, so we don't get any error. So that syntax is fine. So now I'm going to give the print preview option. So we can see the summation of this A, B, C of net income, gross margin, sales, purchases. Isn't it? So before giving
Yes.
that print option, we have to suppress the data and go for print preview. See?
So
Good,
the
fine.
suppression, you said every time when we're doing anything before we preview, we have to suppress the data and then,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. So is this data is correct? The summation 10, 30, 40, 75. 1, 1, 1.
It is correct.
Right? So this is the way to use the formula row or column. Now I am going to use the text. So for inserting the text, right click on that, insert row as text.
Mhm.
Okay. So we can give that user defined text mark. I would like to insert the text of currency. So how many text functions we have here? So we have these available functions: annotation, calculation, status, cell text, data source, HFM currency, grid dimension, grid name, like that. So what is the grid name here? You can see here as Murvisi, right?
Movies,
Yeah.
yes.
So you would like to get the name of that particular grid, so you can get using this grid name. So we have the grid name here, and if you like to get that member name, we can get. But right now I'm going to use HFM currency. So what is the syntax of this HFM currency? See here, HFM currency grid name. So what is the grid name?
Movies.
Okay. What is the row? How many rows I would like to see that currency of that particular row? I would like to see the currency of row.
7.
No.
One
In that
row,
7th
okay.
row, we are getting that currency of another rows. Okay. What we
Okay.
are giving here. So I would like to see the currency of second row, and the column would be like A, and the page would be, this is the first page, right? We don't have any pages, so I'm using one. Or else we can give current. Okay.
Okay.
Or else we can give the page as one. Okay. Say okay now. So yeah, everything is fine. Go to print preview.
Okay.
I think yeah, see here, we got USD for that second
Yeah.
row, first column. Okay, USD is that currency of that particular row, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Similarly, if you like to get that second, like copy this, syntax, and see here, pasting here. Go for print preview now. See? Did you understand?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So you'd like to get the entire row. What we can do? What we can do?
For the entire, we just copy and paste on every cell.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll send you that FR Studio guide. Okay. You have EPM student manual, right? In the last concepts, you can see about the FR Studio. Just go with that concept to get this basic concepts about financial
About
reporting
the.
studio. Okay.
Mm.
So this is the way to insert the currency. So this is the way to use that text row or column. The similar thing. So how we are using the rows, like inserting rows or inserting columns in terms of text, formula, and data. Okay. Did you understand so far?
Yes, yeah, it is clear.
Yeah. So now we have so many options over here. So see. So while giving the print preview, we can see the data, all the data in a single page, isn't it?
That's
Right?
correct.
Net profit, net income, gross margin, sales and purchases. But I want to see net profit, net income, gross margin in first page and sales and purchases in second page. So how we can do that? This feature, how we can use this feature means using this the page break before option, we can do that. If you like to
Oh,
see
okay.
that data in terms of multiple pages, we can do using this page break before. So I would like to see the data of net profit, gross margin, net income in first page. So click on the gross margin row and go for page break. See here, so we have two ways to break that page. So first one is position at top, same position. Okay. So what is the difference between these two? So you have to tell me. See here, so I'm giving that I'm checking this position at top. Okay, and go for print
Right.
preview. Net profit, net income in the next page. Gross margin, sales, purchases. Okay, the second page. See here, in the next page, we are seeing the data at the top.
Right.
What you have understood from this position at top? What we are going to break that page. Okay, in the second page we can see the data at top. Okay, so see here, uncheck this page break option for gross margin. I would like to see the data from sales. Page break, same position. Same position is nothing but, see here, how we can see the data. Okay, in the next page you can see at the same position.
Same position. Yeah.
You understand now?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Go to close this. So this is the way to use this page break options. Okay. So we have seen all these things, right? So press repeat, advanced options, page break. So we have only like display line item detail and add related content, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. See here, two more options there here. Allow expansion and auto calculation. Okay. So select any, uncheck this page break and go for net income and delete this grid and delete this sixth row. So we have, go for preview. We can see the data like net income, net profit, gross margin, sales, purchases. For the total amount also we can see that. Now I am going for selecting the sales and click on auto calculation. Okay. Or else what we can do is insert any row to find out the calculations like summation like that. I am using data row. Select this particular row and go for auto calculation. So we can give the name of that row also here. So like I'm using summation and go for auto calculations, setup. So we can see the total amount, right?
Okay.
Loop heading and go for the function. See here. The Japan currency. Click name as
What do we say?
row 1 column as a page.
One.
Say okay now. And what about auto calculation heading? Auto calculation heading as HFR currency. So I would like to see this auto calculation below auto calculation as allow page breaks within or else allow page break after calculation. So allow page break after auto calculation. Say
Auto
okay now.
calculation.
So go for print. See USD currency. Okay. So this is the way we can use this auto calculation also. We haven't selected like summation. Here see here sum 35,000, 40,000, 25,000, 1 lakh. So what is this row? 35,000 is the
The
amount
sum.
for
The first column.
look this. See here. Where is the 35,000?
Purchases.
Okay. Next page. Okay, 40, 25, 1 lakh. Right? Currency
Right.
of this particular row. So what is our row? So we have selected
Purchases.
purchases row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th row. Okay. So let's go to financial reporting studio. So we have given the custom heading as sum. So that's why we can see sum as the name of that particular row. Right?
Right.
Yeah. So now I'm going to use the allow expansion feature. What is this allow expansion feature? So delete this row. Allow expansion is nothing but instead of selecting all these dimension members separately, so we can select the parent and we can expand all these chains by expanding that symbol. Okay, like we will be having a plus option over there, plus symbol over there. So if you click on that plus, so it will be going to expand, isn't it? So
Right.
what we have to select? So we have to select the parent, isn't it? So how we can do that? Just insert a grid, insert a row, data row. Okay, click on that. Now similarly, I am using the net profit, and what we can see under net profit, we can see all this data, isn't it?
Right.
So go for net profit and say select this option. So we are going to use the net profit as a relationship function. So I am going to select this children inclusive. So we can see all the child's data over there in the print preview by selecting along with this net profit option. Okay. Did you understand here? So we will be having the
Yeah.
options like children inclusive. What is the difference between these two means? So if you select children, we can see only the children's of net profit. We can't see net profit option over there. Okay, net profit member. So if you select children inclusive, you can see all the changes of that net profit along with
the children.
Okay, yeah. So delete this. Yeah. So go over place selections into separate rows, and we have selected. Now I'm going to click on auto calculate. Sorry, allow expansion. Yeah. Save this option. Save this report. So now I'm going to save this report. So what is the report here? What we see, right? So it's going to save in the repository of Financial Reporting Studio. So we can save the reports as general reports or else snapshot reports.
Snapshots.
Yeah. So I'm saving this report as the general report. Click save here. So the name of this report is More Busy. You can see here More Busy. Okay. So go for
Right.
save. Now I'm going to click on web preview. See, you can see the icon like to expand. So click on net income, gross margin over there. Gross margin, sales,
Okay.
total cost.
So that's the one we can use, like if we want to include the detail, but we don't want the detail to show on the report.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. See. Okay. So we can see all the sales of that particular net profit. So much data. See here. So I'm going to see this data in Excel sheets. So to import this data into Excel sheets, we have to click on this export in query ready mode. So we can see that total data in Excel. And what about the scenarios, Carly? So are you practicing those scenarios?
Yes, I am. And I found a lot of tutorials on the Oracle examples. Yeah. So I also use those to look and.
Okay. I mean, we are going to complete our training part by Monday, by next Monday. Okay. So be careful about that. The training what we have done. So we have to be very confident on that training. Okay. See here. So we can see all the data in the Excel sheets like this. Okay. So did you understand now? Or we can import the data into the Excel sheets. So this we can see like Smart View also. You would like to analyze the data in the Smart View, so we can import the data of that particular application directly into the Smart View. Okay. So this is the way like we have to do like to create the report, to do analysis like in terms of functions or formulas like that. So on Monday I'm going to show you about the workspace feature in the Financial Reporting Studio, and along with that Smart View. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any questions in this session?
No, sir.
Yeah. So by Monday we are going to complete our training part. Okay.